Hi guys, and welcome to another SCPH replay sent in by the community. This time gonna be a TVZ playing on Acropolis, and we got some good guys coming in today, introducing our players. Here on the top left, we got Daystar. It's gonna be a bright afternoon right here, right now, a time of recording, and Daystar might be the cause of that. And in the meantime, it's gonna be Team Liquid represented. Absolute unicorn right there, right then. It's gonna be Aguiluz playing on in that purple Terran instead. So no guys, he's not part of Team Liquid. This is Team Pinas, is that kind of thing. That's even better there for Aguiluz. I love his customization. Cute little car bots there as well. So we're seeing Acropolis LE. Sadly, this map gonna be going away into the next season out of the map pool. Unlike two of its brethren, Acropolis LE. Sure, it was fun to see it for a while. Usually, you wouldn't expect that. Oh, all the sand in the middle. Apparently, something a little else. All about the city here and now. Acropolis looking really clean, looking pretty urban, and has a lot of different aspects of this map. But one thing to remember about Acropolis, the engagement is here by the third going into the second. One-way funnel to get to that main base. No real flank maneuvers, but you can always try and go for some drop play instead. Speaking of drop, just maybe Aguiluz is going to be doing so with his Terran, scouting out already Daystar and his base. In the meantime, Daystar actually setting up the spawning pool pretty far off from the hatchery. Now, usually you do this when you are afraid of those drops, when you are afraid of a proxy building within your base. At the cost, though, of, well, besides the convenience of putting it near your drones, it does provide you a little bit of cover to allow your drones to either hide through in that funnel or just more or less funnel your opponents as they try to go into your mineral line. So now, this small opening here is bigger than usual. Usually it's just a pixel, a unit away from being filled, that kind of thing. Anyway, though, we finally do get the Reaper already here from Aguiluz. Blue Flame is bound, but doesn't make him any kind of stronger. Still, though, Hot Wheels gonna be beating on that as Aguiluz right now poking away at the drones. Still, taking care of that mineral line, just bothering. Does get a kill onto one worker, so value already here for Aguiluz. Slowing down the minerals, the Queen too busy with the spawn larva. The Zerglings trying to give chase, and Aguiluz getting some even more value. Queen right now fending off for her brethren. And Aguiluz is going to be swooping on out. Good start here for the Terran. And he is going to go for the defensive maneuvers instead. Bunker right here, right now, by the command center. But he might need to at least put some cover in front of this. He will need some Marines as well, just in case the Zergling run on in comes very soon. Speaking of the Zerglings, already with the scout here from Daystar, he's a little paranoid, this guy. Already sending a Zergling here to the top right, getting that Cell Naga tower, getting some more vision just in case there are really any antics. And you can see Daystar is one of those players who really does not want to lose to anything cheesy. All about scouting, all about looking around the map, all about finding every different angle that Terran can come from. At the same time, though, he does have the Overlord just waiting here on the south side. Here we get a good statue here of Emperor Mix. Bow down to our new co-op commander. Anyway, we haven't talked about the build so far, and we are going to get our standard fanfare here, but oh, Aguiluz actually going to go for 2 barracks instead of 1. Usually, you get this first racks, and you lift up that building to put the factory there. Instead, double pop those Hellions, get some upgrades as well. And in the meantime, though, it's going to be Marines coming our way. Already the Great Wall of Supply Depot starting on up. This does cover the left-hand side. Makes more or less a funnel to the right. Not the worst idea here from Aguiluz. You can use an engineering bay to do the same thing as well. In the meantime, the Zerg going for its golden rule. Always 1 base ahead. 3 bases right here, right now for Daystar. And he is going to go for the Baning Nest. So it is going to be more or less melee damage dealers so far here for the Zerg. Aguiluz in the meantime, and I'm just looking at the purple. I'm looking at purple. Oh, is this the classic skin? This is the old school skin because these Marines are so small. But damn, the purple color really making them look more cartoonish than usual. Anyway, the debris gonna get cleaned on up. Aguiluz still sending in some more Marines, and now it is gonna be the full commit with the Great Wall of Supply Depots. Now, sure, you can lift them up and put them back down, but at the same time, Problem with putting this many supply depots out in front, your supply will get hampered if this does fall on down. You might be forced to use your orbital command energy to get a little bit of that extra supplies instead of the mules, instead of the scan. In the meantime now, they start sending in one of these overlords. The good thing about this overlord actually is it does have the carapace upgrade already. It's very, very cheap to get. It allows you some more scouting opportunities along the way. Anyway, 4 queens are on board here and now. Creep tumors being spread all abound down to the ramp. In the meantime though, engineering bay coming online here for Aguiluz. He might actually move into a little bit of that missile territory, but at the same time, +1 upgrades are going to be important. Armory coming online. Second engineering bay. This means that double pumped infantry upgrades, more or less, going to be the viable with the medevac in the crux. So more or less a silent game here and now. Dan has a lot of creep tumors. And I know you can't cancel active creep tumors anymore. So the worm, one-way trip to get onto the other side. Anyway, still, Veiling Nest is ready to go. Hatchery tech still here for Daystar. Going for the lair down below onto the natural instead. Usually, your rain base is the one that gets dropped on, so you can put your tech onto the second. You're going to be concentrating there anyway. Roach Warren going to be there as well. So more or less, tier 1 units ready to go here for our Zerg player. Now, speaking of the Zerg, already feeling paranoid. You can really see, Daystar is one of those guys. He is one of those guys who watches the like Bronze League stuff or Will Cheese Veil, that kind of thing. He's always ready to actually go for the transition in terms of the build order. Now, spawning pool taking the brunt of the damage. The Zerg is trying to poke, waiting for the Stimpack to run on out. And here go the Bailings as well. And Aguiluz is like, okay, I'm out, peace. Gonna be backing on out instead. Speaking of Daystar, like again, see, his spawning pool taking half HP damage right here, right now, and immediately into Spore Crawler. This guy does not let up. He wants to play defensively. He's not playing attacker anytime soon. He's going for the creep spread instead, looking to just take control of the map as much as possible with that purple. Speaking of the purple though, it's a purple Terran getting more and more tech along the way. Now, speaking of the purple Terran, we are going to see Widow Mines here and now from Aguiluz. Tech Lab gonna go for that drilling claws, will allow them to hide it yet again. And Daystar, dude, this guy is paranoia incarnate. Patrols the Zerglings and the Banelings, waiting for the drop to happen. Wish that it will never come. Anyway, though, where is the medevac right here, right now? They are gonna be unnatural. And this is funny, pretty funny stuff here from Daystar. He is already on 200. This guy is just taking all the advice from every YouTuber and more, watching so much different Starcraft content and showing it off in game. Now, sure, Daystar will be protected from any potential drops, kinda. Spore Crawler is there. The Zergling should be able to see any rotation. But at the same time, you know, you can't get so much more value. The Zerglings can go for the pokes, at least put pressure onto Aguiluz, because Aguiluz now going for the third, and the Terran unhampered like this might be able to just run you over. Fourth base now coming online though for Daystar, and he is floating on a lot of minerals right now. So maybe, just maybe, those YouTube lessons not helping out in terms of the macro game. Might want to spend a little more into that one. He doesn't even have fully gas saturation here on the main. So what is Daystar going to be up to? That's the real question. +1 though coming online onto range, even though he went heavy on the Zerg a while ago. Oh, there you go. That's why all the gas is gone. Roach is coming on board as well. Overseers into the plentiful. Who needs 4 Overseers at 8 minutes? Damn, this man, guys. This guy. Daystar, I love honestly the paranoia. I love seeing someone this afraid of any kind of antics. And Aguiluz right now going for the Salnaga Tower. He is more or less being optimal with his supply. He's not building too much. At the same time, he's not being left behind. And there you go, perfect 125. We'll be looking to make some more supply depots. But this one command center being hampered already. And here comes the infantry. They start though in the meantime. Changelings turning into those Marines. And will we see an infiltration here? Does Aguiluz notice those are coming? Wow! Good spot there, and then Chainlinks going down left, right, and center. Easy cleanup. And then with the mines now in position. Did Daystar see that though? He is on 200. More. Guys, do you really need this many creep tumors in the front in this kind of spread? Do you not want to spread it more or less all around? Wait, what? Guys? Daystar? Bro? What are you doing? What are you doing with this, man? What are you doing with this?
Oh, it's on.
Anyway, we are gonna. I'm just surprised, but seems like we are gonna be getting into engagement as the roaches come on in. We'll try to hamper that command center. Winnemide though does get the blow on up, but these things are pretty tanky. Still, splash damage is abound, and the Marines trying to go for the poke up on top. Still, the Terran outnumbered, slowly but surely, stutter stepping from behind. Daystar trying to block with those changelings, trying to eat a little bit of that Widowmine action, and the Widowmine right now gonna be patrolled along the way, looking to get onto the other side. Daystar not actually taking care of these burrowers. Still, they don't go on down, and the high ground there from Aguiluz working out in his favor. Command center though burning on up, might go down, and here we go with the Nidus Worm onto the base. Changelings have been able to infiltrate. Two-prong attack right here, right now from Daystar, and this is gonna be the Ling army, perhaps? Where are the Lings? Where are the Lings? They're still too busy patrolling into the base, and awkward timing here and now. Could have been the opportunity there from Daystar, throwing it away, just like the sun setting on the horizon. So anyway, here we go again with some more Nidus Worms. Daystar now on the outside. That's a lot of Nidus Worms actually. And it seems like it's just gonna be a prank invasion gone wrong, because Aguiluz is able to clean this one up so easily. What a waste of minerals and gas there from Daystar. He had the right idea. Roaches in the front and then go for the Nidus Worm in the back, but he forgot about them. It's just all patrolled still here and now, doing absolutely nothing. The drop is not gonna come anytime soon. Way too paranoid. Way too much in the investment on the defense and paying the price for it. Now he has to go for another attack wave. Aguiluz in the meantime looking a little more better actually. He does have more supply into this one. 111 to 125. Not a big advantage here and now for Daystar. He still does have the econ lead though with 4 bases. It's not as efficient as you would expect. Daystar though. Creep spread, sure. I've been flabbergasted. I was left speechless, that's for sure. But you know, this works. This works for him, I guess. This works for the guy. Anyway, here we go with some scans here and now from Aguiluz. Trying to go for that high ground. Might be the terrible idea. And this time, Daystar giving him a little bit of taste of own and never mind. Big hits from the Widowmine. Still, the roaches are in position to get in the way of that one. Overseers do go down though, and they can't see those Widowmines anymore. A retreat is in order here for the Hydras and the Roaches. In the meantime, we are going to get a little bit of that movement speed action, +2 going online as well. In the meantime, +1/+1 on that infantry, as well as some beacon plating, making these Benevacs a little more tanky. Fireball is the way of the Terran, and Aguiluz is making a huge wall of supply depots this time on his third base. Still very risky. Might get supply block if this does go down. In the meantime, a few Marines stuck between boot camps, maybe missing their sergeants way too much as Daystar now trying to figure out where he's gonna come from. Into the middle, he does send a reinforcement waves of Banelings. Still so much creep tumors along the way. Here we go with the scan already, looking to take that one down. We go for the push with the mines burrowing on in. Daystar should have been able to see that one coming. Still though, will Aguiluz actually invest more scans into this one, as this might be the penultimate fight here and now for both players. Daystar though has a lot of minerals and gas in the back, but does he have the proper larva? Roaches right now going for the scout, gonna be completely useless, and Daystar making a big mistake, walks into this one. Everything will go down in the front, and what happened to the Banelings? They just turned inside out. Daystar looking to be nocturnal into this one. Night, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite, and Aguiluz just giving it all he's got, getting a gimme along the way. That was a free as a bird. Can't even say anything after that one. Daystar's just like, I'm gonna walk in. And that was it. That was the show. Anyway though, here we go with the scan, cleaning up the creep tumors. He has 2 Nidus network. Why did I not realize this before from that many Nidus Worms? He has 2 Spires as well. Daystar, bro, what are you doing with all this junk? All this junk inside this trunk as Aguiluz trying to go up on top, doesn't see the scan, he sees all these units queued on in. And damn, Daystar, come on man, do something. Here we go, finally with the Nidus Worms do come on out. We do get a little bit of that pull action as well. But still, no load on in here from Daystar. Aguiluz just waiting, watching. Here we go with the Mines and the rockets flying over to the moon. That's gonna be a huge hit there from Aguiluz yet again. Splash damage is about. Who needs the siege tank when you have the creepy crawlies that are the Widow Mines? And sure, oh, the main base, actually, SimCity going down here and now. The Zerglings finally, but this is what Daystar needed to do earlier on. And Aguiluz will take the victory. Daystar having the right ideas, but just having poor execution in that one. Aguiluz, no. Knowing more or less his bread and butter, the viable, very comfortable, knowing what he needs in terms of upgrades and taking the win. So guys, I'll be getting into a live stream of Starcraft replays very soon. Keep an eye out on that. Till then, I've been Daks, and I'll see you guys in the next one.